Cargill's West Baton Rouge Parish elevator handles more Louisiana grain than any other single elevator in the state. And with Cargill's recent purchase of 2 other grain elevators further south on the river, Cargill looks to become even a bigger name within the state.
And most of our grain comes from Louisiana. We get a little bit from Mississippi, obviously because of the proximity we are.
Jeff Abler, the facility manager at Cargill's elevator.
These white tanks are each 500,000 bushels of storage, and we have 12 of them, which gives us 6 million bushels of flat space. We also have the concrete house, which you see behind it, and the upright towers here between the white storage flat tanks, which brings us to a total of 7.7 million bushels of space.
And these bins hold corn, soybeans, oats, milo, and winter wheat, which can then be unloaded and loaded onto trucks, ships, and barges, with some vessels going as far as Egypt, North Africa, and Japan. And anywhere between 20 and 25% of the wheat that's processed through the Cargill elevator never gets exported. It winds up here at the Cargill flour mill. The Cargill flour mill, which is adjacent to the elevator, runs 7 days a week, 24 hours a day. It mills Louisiana soft winter wheat into crackers, cookies, and breading for fish fries.
We also supply some of our local cattlemen and horsemen with corn and high-quality Scandinavian oats. We bring in vessels of Swedish or Finnish oats and unload them and store some here to sell locally.
And so after nearly 50 years, this elevator's role may be changing slightly, but their focus remains customer service. And one of their biggest customers is David Bollock of the Louisiana Farm Bureau's Marketing Association.
We think there is a definite niche and purpose to have an elevator here, and we're going to continue to focus and look for special things that we can do, like we've mentioned, to help keep this elevator operating and serving the local farm community and elevator customers and people like LFB.
And although lately there's been a slight decrease in grain volume here at the elevator, that may be changing soon with permanent normal trade relations with China and the advent of Cargill's Ag Horizons campaign, which helps producers and farmers with things like marketing and risk management.
Oh, you must be talking.
And here lately, they're handling more Louisiana-grown milo and winter wheat.
This year's wheat crop was actually excellent, very good, good quality, and we handled about twice the amount of wheat that we expected to handle, upwards of 2 million bushels of wheat, local wheat. At the beginning of January, I drove down. I last worked in Dubuque, Iowa.
By the way, if you haven't guessed yet, Abler isn't from around these parts.
I'm from a small town called Fond du Lac, Wisconsin, which is French, which means bottom of the lake for you local Cajun folks, about 50 miles north of Milwaukee. And of course, I'm a huge Packer fan since the day.
Interesting, a Packer fan that stores grain for a living.
Cargill logos and stickers and other things that have happened.
And by the way, Cargill has 39 employees.